Hey guys, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Empire Season 4, Episode 15. A lean and hungry look. Now, this episode was better than I thought it would be, and I'm glad, because at first I was thinking, okay, here we go with the shenanigans foolery. But no, that's not the case yet. Cookie is back at Empire. Lucius is concerned because that's his wife, that's his baby, that's who he loves so much, so much. But Cookie says, don't worry about it. I am cool. I'm copacetic. They just need to focus on how they're going to make sure that this Empire Extreme thing booms. Because right now, they're behind on Extreme, they're behind on the budget. It's just a lot. They're over budget. It's too much. Lucius shows her this video. And it's actually this big, large screen. And the screen showcases he has synesthesia, which is a condition where you see colors and images when you hear musical notes. I think Pharrell has something similar to the effect. And it's a great concept, what he's trying to do, which is show people. He wants to do a room for each Empire Extreme album and artist. The problem is that's very expensive. And Cookie knows it's very expensive. So she believes that it's a good idea, but she's not sure how this is going to be pulled off. So then we fast forward to her being at the house, and everyone's like, surprise! Because again, they don't want to give her a heart attack. And all of her boys are there. And I was so happy when Cookie was like, oh, my firstborn! I said, that's right, show Andre some love. He deserves it. This family's put him through so much he deserves. So she sat back down because now the queen is back, and the board feels a certain way about her. The board is concerned, one, that is Cookie really at full health? Two, they still like Eddie. That's the thing. Even with sharing his shenanigans, he still brought results. He was a con artist, but he still brought results as far as the board's concerned. So the board is unsure about him leaving. The board's unsure about how they're going to show that Empire is sturdy and strong without him. So Cookie is like, well, we've actually been working on something. Lucius has this idea of this major artsy-fartsy, showcase for Empire Extreme. And we're going to invite the who's who and show them that this is the next best thing. And we're doing it in a couple of days. I said, what? A couple of what? Excuse me? Andre is pissed because now they need to use Andre to go and schmooze the board so that they can get time to figure this whole thing out. Jamal needs to just go and show up and actually put out some work. So Jamal reluctantly agrees because that's his family and he's doing what he feels like he should be doing, which is right. Support the family. Stop sounding like a little brat. If Hakeem of all people is not sounding like a brat right now, you need to get it together as well. And then Blake, that's the white rapper's name. Blake, which is Tom Hanks' son, apparently, which we joked at before, but now we're like, oh, okay, at least for Empire, he fits. And Blake is essentially showing Hakeem how it looks to be hungry and to be an up-and-coming rapper, because Hakeem's talking all this privileged stuff, and Blake's just taking over during their studio session. Hakeem's pissed, but the thing is, this is about creating the best song. Even if you're a pro, if you're not putting out the best material, someone else will come and take your spot, will jack your spot. Shine is just looking at this like, Hakeem, step your cookies up. Lucius is looking at this like, Hakeem, step your cookies up. And Lucius, he needs some inspiration because he has to come up with new music, because he threw in there that, oh, Lucius Lyon's putting out a new album, which has always brought in revenue. So that's why the board's really excited when he said that. Now Lucius has to come up with material. This is what they always do. So him and Shine kind of reminisce about the good old days of how, you remember how it is us growing up and me doing the music and you being the muscle and the money. And Shine's like, well, anyway, how do you feel about this song? Lucius actually likes the song, so he wants to take the song. Blake is thrilled because Lucius is singing his praises, and Lucius also wants Blake on the song. Okay, he's pissed because he's trying to figure out, you're gonna let this come in and take an opportunity away from your son, even though I feel entitled, which means that I think I deserve it, even if I do not? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? That's the type of vibe that Hakeem's giving off. But that's what happens in the real world. Favoritism can only last for so long. Tiana's in the studio herself, and she's doing some press voiceovers for like radio shows and other broadcasting and media. Um, Cookie comes in and Tiana requests the room. I said, oh, okay. So Cookie also told the board that she's going to make sure that all of the artists, that morale's still up, and she does her A&R thing. Now, Cookie is trying to talk some sense into Tiana. Boost her ego, say, you're the biggest and baddest star that we have right now. Shout out to you. You're doing the dang thing. But here's what she needs to know, because Tiana said, so where's Eddie? I said, you little brat. Eddie's not here anymore. He doesn't work here anymore. He does not work here anymore. He doesn't. And you're just going to have to get over that. He's making some really rash decisions, make some bad decisions, putting people in jeopardy. And I know he made you feel like you need him in order to get to that next level. And yes, he's done some stuff for you, but he's still a shankster. He's still a wankster. He's still a con artist. And we can't have that. So I'm sorry. He's gone. I need for you to go and be back on board with us. I know. We haven't done for you like you thought you would done for you. And she's saying all this stuff about how Eddie came in a short period of time, did what he did, and made magic. Yeah, because he was only focusing on you. See how that works? You just need a personal manager. That's it. That's all you actually need. You can be an empire. You just need a personal manager to help push stuff. That's all you need. But she agrees to it out of some general respect for Cookie, even though she was still kind of giving Cookie that, I guess, type of look. I said, no. Cookie then sees at the front desk, oh, Pound Cake's daughter. So Pound Cake's daughter, what's her name, Candace or something? She's back, and the main thing going on there is she feels a certain way. She was kind of thinking about what Cookie said, and remember, she has this image of what her mother is and what she did. And because she has that image of her, it's really hard for her to think, this woman abandoned me. I was raised by these other people. Yeah, they were white, but they treated me well, and they put me in great schooling and all of that. So why do I need to reconnect with someone that doesn't even want to connect with me or never wanted to connect with me? And then Cookie has this flashback of when she was in jail. Pound Cake, as we know, was back in jail. And this is when Cookie was about to get out. Now, we know Cookie snitched, but Cookie, of course, had to play it off like she didn't. And that trash CEO was back and said, oh, so, wow, surprising that you're leaving. Cookie's like, yep, I'm out of here. I said, well, people always do something to stay in here. I said, oh, no, you better not. When I tell you, you better not. Not to Cookie. Not to our Cookie. Pound Cake had that look of, this man can't be trusted. Next up, we see Jamal and his coalition of artists. And they have essentially agreed that they're going to be, like I said, a coalition, a co-op. Everyone's ideas. And everyone's ideas matter. Everyone's thoughts, views, and opinions will be heard. And so everyone agrees to it for now. They gave a really artsy-fartsy speech that I didn't care about. Lucius and Cookie interrupt one of Shine's studio sessions with Blake and Hakeem because Lucius had to talk to Cookie and our good old man Thirsty, who, by the way, told Lucius something earlier in the episode. We didn't hear what it was. And now, I will say this episode finally closed off some storylines, because Empire was terrible at closing a storyline. Terrible at it before. So while they're in the studio, Shine being nosy, he turned on the sound, the talk button, so that he could hear what they're saying. And essentially they're talking about Eddie. They're talking about Eddie, and that Eddie, he said he's going to blackmail us unless we deliver him millions of dollars. And they're thinking about if they're going to do it. Lucius is pissed, but he's like, what are the choices we have? I'm thinking, Lucius, of all people, you're telling me that you can't see or realize that someone is recording you. So then Lucius goes and talks to Shine, and I was surprised. Lucius actually told Shine the truth. He told Shine, look, Eddie got this, man. He got me, and I don't know what to do. He wants $10 million. $10 million. I said, geez. I said, wait a minute, Lucius, you're bending over backwards for $10 million? Even at Empire's worst, that wasn't. Empire's about like hundreds of $1 million being a problem, not 10. That's why I said, wait a minute. Something about this isn't adding up. Andre, remember, he's supposed to be meeting with some of the board members, and he tried calling, getting back to contact with one of them, but this guy was dodging him. So Andre sees old dude on the street, says, pull this car over right now. Gets out of there and says, dude, what's good? What's good? Well, I'm sorry, Andre. I'm truly sorry, but I just can't. It's already too late. The board, I've already said too much. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, what? What's going on here? So Cookie, she's having a flashback while Portia's talking to her, because Portia said that for this Empire Extreme event, because it's going to be called Empire House. So for the Empire House event, all the top designers want to style Cookie, and I said, oh, it's about time they show support for a Black Queen. Anyway, when they say first, she remembers she was talking to China in her bunk, well, in her cell, and then the CEO comes in, said, my, and you were just about to get out too. I said, excuse me? He flips the bed and he finds smack, dope, drugs, drugs. And so they're about to go and blame it on Cookie, but here comes Poundcake saying it was mine. I placed it in there because I was trying to hide it. I said, I don't believe that, Poundcake. I don't believe that. But because she confessed and said that was hers, they threw her in the hole. And so Cookie was that was her remembering that she had something really important to do. So now back in the studio, we see Hakeem and Blake go back and forth. And I said, okay, I'm actually kind of feeling this. This is cool. This is cool. They're trying to give us something authentic. So I appreciate that. While that's happening, Lucius and Shine, again, they're joking about the good old days and how things could have been different. Well, Shine wishes that things were different. Lucius doesn't. He sure doesn't. But Lucius convinces Shine, i.e. Exhibit, who is an actual rapper for people who didn't know. He goes in there. And I said, oh, it's been a moment, hasn't it? Because I didn't even recognize how your voice is going to sound. And I said, oh, okay. Oh, you're really feeling it, and you're doing all the new age movement. Oh, okay, cool. And he seemed all happy once he got out of the studio. And I said, some lyrical content. Okay. While that's happening, well, let's hold off for a bit. Becky doing her job. I said, now Becky. Because Becky, she got her hair did. I see that. She got the braids and the bun. I said, oh, look at Becky over there. There was this, and while looking at Jamal's co-op, it was weird because I actually was really enjoying the jam session. And I said, wait, this is actually giving me a musical episode. What is going on here? This feels authentic. Why are we messing this up with conversation? But I don't need that. Just keep playing it for another minute. Come on now. But they don't. And Jamal's busted. The ops are there as far as the rest of them are concerned. And Becky's trying to figure out, we have a lot of work to do. What are you doing here? He said, don't worry about it. I have it covered. I just want to be free. Becky, we're friends. Please, 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 please. So then she's like, okay, I won't tell him anything, but you better get your work done. So he said, okay, fair enough. Thank you. I see you looking there, looking good with the braids and the bun. Okay, bun. Okay, bun. He goes back to old girls. dance class, ballet class, and because Cookie's not done. Cookie really wants to hammer it in that you need to know about your mom. Your mother's the reason why I'm out today. And so then Cookie, I guess, technically tells the story of how she went and snuck in to see Pound Cake in the hole and said, you know what, I really appreciate what you did. I really respect you for it. Pound Cake said, look, you did a solid for me, so you need to go and, you know, be with your kids. And again, it doesn't matter what you did to get out of here, just stay out of here. And I appreciate that moment. And I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because after hearing that and kind of seeing like, honey, I know you had great parents and all. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to replace them. But there's a whole nother side to you that's never been fully embraced. That's your mother, and let's be real, your blackness. Come on now. Come on to our side. Come on. Come on. Come on. While that's happening, we're back in the studio with Shine and Lucius and Blake and Hakeem. So they tell them to go and do some errands because Thirsty comes in. Thirsty comes in to let them know, wait, oh, so we're talking in front of Shine now? Oh, all right. We found the guy. We found the guy. And, well, as in Eddie, we have one of two options. What are we going to do? So then Lucius talks to Shine, says, why don't we know we have two options. What do you think we should do? So then they're like, well, he's from Philly, right? And you're from Philly, right? Well, let's do this the Philly way. I mean, we can do this the Philly way or the other way. And so Lucius essentially decides to do it the Philly way. And Shine's going to run shotgun. The whole time I'm saying, this doesn't even make a lick of sense. Why would you give Shine, of all people, more ammunition to use against you in the future? Because you know that's his true MO. He's good for Lucius for a moment. For a moment. Anytime he feels like he gets an in, he's happy for 2.5 seconds. This weird pseudo board meeting with Anika, and I said, wow, she's really good because she's pissing me off instantly, and she's really good, but I can't look away. I can't turn away. I can't clog my ears. She has Tiana, the biggest artist there, and they're both caping for Eddie. Like, Empire's a mess. Nothing's going on. When Eddie was there, things were moving quickly for me. Now I have three, you know, I've crossed over to multiple charts, doing big things for the company, bringing in the most revenue at this point. I know it. I can smell my own ish. I got it. I'm bad. I said, okay, Tiana. Okay, I'll remember the disloyalty. All right. That's the thing. While they're doing all this talking to try and reinstate Eddie and to potentially give Anika a job there, Andre is doing his job. One of the few people that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. He goes all the time. He goes, sees her, sees the rest of them, knows that, oh, okay, so it's like that. All right. Now, he didn't get to talk to his, his parents yet about it, but he will. He sure will. Now, Cookie brought Pound Cake's daughter to her at the hospital, and I was so concerned. I was like, oh, please don't let her die. Please don't let her die at the end of this meetup. No. And of course, the girl starts to break down because Pound Cake looks terrible. And remember the letter that they had about how and she was going through the letter, and then she gave it to the daughter to actually read herself. And Pound Cake couldn't talk at that point. That's how bad it was. And that's how progressive her illness was. I'm just thinking, oh God. But Cookie looked so content and so happy and so at peace that she could bring this mother-daughter relationship together. And something like that is very inspiring. So shout out to Cookie for that. While all that's happening, we see Shine and Lucius, and this is where we get to the main foolery. Shine and Lucius are at the drop-off spot, and Lucius, he starts delivering this monologue that had me sideways smirking like, no, wait a minute. Because Lucius essentially says, Huh. You know how crazy it is for someone to go smile in your face, say that they're your best friend, and say that they have the best intentions for you, have the best, uh, yeah, best intentions for you, want the best for you, while they're plotting right behind your back, while they're trying to steal something away from you, while they're trying to take what's yours. And I said, Shine, Shine, it's you, Lucius, and Lucius' bodyguard. That we can see. Shine, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? So then Shine starts smiling and starts to walk away. Says, oh, and he's not even coming, is he? Of course he's not. Of course he's not. No. That's right. You really plotted to kill me with my son. That's as low down and disloyal as you can get. Now remember, Thirsty was doing his investigation to see what happened to Juliana and who set it up. So now we know Juliana's never, ever coming back to Empire unless it's in a dream sequence. For one simple fact, Juliana is dead. She is dead for real. She's not in hiding. She's dead, and Shine killed her. I said, oh, well, that's convenient. And then the second part, where Shine went to the hospital to visit Andre. Shine doesn't go to the hospital to visit anyone. And then him going and eavesdropping on them, talking while they're in the booth. I mean, Lucius had it all down pat. I told you it was setup. I told you it was a setup. So here goes Shine, pulls the gun on Lucius. And Lucius is like, ha ha! When I tell you, I enjoyed that so much. I enjoyed that so much. How I said, what? Lucius said, ha ha! Oh, the simple things in life. Lucius' bodyguard is shooting. And so it was that whole thing of who was going to die. We know it wasn't going to be Lucius. We know it's going to be Shine. Who's going to do it? Lucius, he thought about it. He really thought about it. But I said, I don't see that courage and conviction in his eyes. And he put the gun down. Shine got shot in the back. Got shot in the back like a punk. Lucius is so terrible. So they shot him. He bled out. He was coughing off the blood. I said, ooh, we finally killed someone. Ooh, it was about time. Ooh, it was about time. Because Shine made some comment about Lucius and his ascot. So Lucius like, I know you like my ascot. So petty. So petty. And I loved every moment of it. So, and they knew that, Cookie knew that that was going to happen. So said, look, Shine's dead. Shine's taken care of. It's all good. And Cookie said, well, I'm not done. I have something else to do. I wasn't sure. For a moment, I thought that she went back to the CEO's house to finish the job. I said, Cookie, don't do something like that. But no, she went to go and see her mom. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Again, Empire was renewed for a 5th season. I will be back for that. You know, unless someone gives me a TV role, then I won't see you guys ever again. I kid. You'll see me.